Hey everyone, this is Tap One to Pay, a Future of Faith, doing the newsletter recap with Tap and friends. At Future of Faith, we curate a twice monthly newsletter spotlighting the people, practices, and places shaping what's next for faith. Each issue invites you listening to the field through real stories on the ground, listening to each other through thoughtful conversations, and listening to the research that helps us understand where faith is headed. We celebrated Featured Artist of the Year and share dream jobs and opportunities you won't want to miss. Subscribe today at futureoffaith.org and join a growing community committed to listening well and building the future of faith together. Okay, yeah. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to Newsletter Recap with Tap and friends. I am joined by my friend again, Lauren Chow.
Back to back, baby.
Back to back. The most reoccurring guest on this show that we've ever had.
Yeah, and the
That's
best
amazing.
one. I'm the best friend of this entire thing.
Exactly. So this week we have some really, really cool things to share with you guys. And we also have a special guest that will be joining us later on. But we are already on newsletter 59. Oh, like I said, we're gonna be at 100 soon, very, very soon. So it's gonna be great
Well,
when we make
yeah,
that
it's gonna be
milestone.
very soon if you point it out every single.
But yes, very soon we're gonna make it to 100. But for this newsletter recap, we have a lot of cool things that we've been searching up and researching. So let's talk about the first one, Listen to the Field. We have the Youth Cartel's Youth Ministry Coaching Program. First of all, Lauren, what comes to mind when you think of a youth cartel?
To say, I really love the name of this organization. If you ever wanted an organization that can very much intrigue you once you hear the name, Youth Cartel is it. I am so intrigued by this organization, and so when I heard that this is going to be part of the newsletter, I was like, we need to dig in more. We need to learn more about these people.
This is actually really, really cool because I was looking in the Rise Grant contacts. Megan recently went to kind of like a conference at Fuller Youth Institute where she met some of the members at the Youth Cartel. And I was just like, Youth Cartel, like, I need to know what they're doing. And it's basically them having a youth ministry coaching program that pairs leaders with experienced coaches to help them navigate challenges, clarify your goals, and just grow in leadership overall. It's a really, really cool initiative that they're trying to do to just help leaders lead better, basically. But I just want to tell you some of their stats that they have. They have cohorts that they do. It's a 2-day cohort every year where that's hosted in dozens of cities across the US and Canada. And they have more than 400 youth workers that had graduated. And now they are all doing full-time, part-time, or even volunteers in both the church and the nonprofit world. And it's not even just for, the littlest of littlest. It goes all the way from 24 to 60 plus years old. And with the 90% of people being, mid-range, 27 to 44. So people Lauren and I's age. And then there's obviously a wide range of experience where people have, 1 year of experience to 30 years of youth ministry experience. So it's really cool that it's just like a breadth of knowledge of all these people coming together to just learn and to grow as being youth leaders. And they also have something really cool, which is women-only cohorts, because of the third of participants being women. So it's a really cool thing for, just women to come in and to see how they can lead in that sort of aspect. And yeah, it's really, really cool stuff. Lauren, what do you think about the initiative that they have? I also want to say that their slogan, which is really, really amazing and on brand with the cartel, is that they kill them with love. I think Jesus would approve. That is amazing to me.
100% Jesus would approve of that.
Yes. Killing with love.
You have to lean in, right? You can't just go in a little. You have to go in all in.
Yes.
But I think that these coaching sessions are really, really cool, and they're great at supporting leaders in whatever youth ministry they're in. And it's nice to know that these coaching sessions aren't only just affecting them. So when they're going into these things, it's not just affecting them spiritually or personally, but it's also helping better support their ministry and their youth as a whole. So I think it's really, really cool that these coaching things are available. And I really hope people learn a lot more about the Youth Cartel, because, like, why would you not want to learn more about the Youth Cartel?
It is really, really cool stuff. So make sure to check out the Youth Cartel at theyouthcartel.com so you can probably, learn from them. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is listen to the research. This was a article. It was called Signs of Rebound Amid Uneven Recovery, the Changing Congregational Landscape. So this was an article that Josh actually had found about just the effects that COVID had on in-person worship attendance, and just the stats that they were finding from pre-pandemic to now, and how that's affected the church as a whole, and how congregations are now showing up. Lauren, what did you think about this report?
I immediately had flashbacks to when we were in lockdown. I don't know if you would probably remember all this. When churches were starting to create videos and doing like Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives for pastors. So like you can see like people are like recording in their living rooms. Like our worship team leaders would like genuinely set everything up in their living room, like, and just like then start recording themselves doing the actual worship music. So very much flashbacks into like what it used to be, and just how much it has changed everything. Because like it really has changed like how we connect with each other, especially technology wise, where churches were like maybe more iffy with technology before the pandemic, and now there's like 69% of congregations that are now offering virtual services, when like that probably was not a thing at all. Like maybe there were some churches, right, that were still doing like Facebook Lives, but there's no genuine virtual services that were offered and available. And so it is really nice to see that there has been that recovery, right, since the pandemic that happened like 6 years ago, and churches are now thriving again, which is really exciting. And there's a lot of them that are very optimistic about the future. So like that does bring, it's very affirming is really what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, and just the fact that people, I think because of the pandemic, people are more eager to come back outside now, and they miss just having that community and being in person in a worship session with somebody else. And, even like volunteer participation has gone up, with, 40% of congregants now volunteering regularly, where obviously no one was able to even come close to each other in the pandemic. And, people are now, I think it's also helping, worship leaders and pastors figure out that, like, it's not just a space where we all come in and we do, Bible study or do a sermonette or a sermon. Like, we're really coming here to focus on the whole well-being and holistic parts of a human, because of the detrimental thing that we have gone through in terms of no type of connection, no type of, like, it's hard to have that type of connection through a screen, and so coming back to the church, like, I think that, pastors are really looking into that and saying, we need to think not just about our spiritual health, we need to think about our physical health, our mental health, relational, financial. It's been like shocking, honestly. It's been a jarring thing to deal with. And so knowing that after something so traumatic as COVID, that there actually is positive effects to it, where people are being more eager to come back into, a worshiping community and just be themselves. So yeah, that is really, really cool. And I hope that it just keeps trending upwards. And so let's go to our what we're reading section. I actually really enjoy when we have these bonus sections in the newsletter, because, it just helps us to, see what other people are up to in our organization. So we have Greg, Nikki, and Josh that all sent books for everyone to read if you want to. Greg had chosen In Reality and Ruins by Dr. Jared Stacy, that is about, the conspiracy in American evangelism, which sounds crazy. I'm already into it. It sounds really cool. You have Nikki, who has the Between the Pages of Listening and the Telling by Mark Yaseleni. Pretty sure. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but that's about the power of storytelling in our individual and collective lives. And then we have Josh, who had suggested It All Counts by Natalia Terfa, which is basically asking the question and exploring faith, doubt, and the sacredness of everyday life. So it doesn't get more future faithy than that. Than those books.
If that didn't scream our organization, I don't know what does.
Yeah, but it is. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy this section, and feel free to check out the books. They're going to be linked in the newsletter, so you guys can, see what we're up to, see what we're reading, and join in on the conversation. And so now we have a special guest. So we have a new associate researcher, Lauren. Your team is growing tremendously, and I feel like I say this every time, but it's getting out of hand. There's so many people. And here she is, Adriana.
Hi, Tap. Hi, Lauren.
Hello. Welcome to Newsletter Recap with Tap and Friends. You are now a new friend. And we were just talking about the fact that you are our new associate researcher on the research team here at Future of Faith. And we're so happy to have you here. And yeah, so we're going to just let you speak about yourself, tell everyone who you are, what you do, what you've been doing, your life story, and then we'll talk about, I'll ask you some questions, and yeah.
Perfect. I guess I'll start with what I'm currently doing, which is I am currently pursuing my master's degree in social research and data analysis at Montclair State University. But my professional background throughout these years has been working with children and families, and that has been actually different populations that I have worked with, such as child welfare, refugees, and just different community-based programs that I have worked with. I would say that throughout these years, during my career, I have learned the importance of understanding what people are experiencing and how important it is to create a supportive and space for people to actually connect and express what they feel or what their struggles could be at that moment.
That is really, really cool. I feel like you're similar to Charlotte, our other associate researcher, who also, I believe, works with, or used to work with refugees. Is that right, Lauren? Or did I just make that up?
I do not remember, but fun fact.
I think she shared.
Yeah.
Fun fact on how I met Adriana and how she got this position is that we met when I was doing an alumni panel for Montclair State. So she's also in the same master's program that I was in. So that is literally how we were introduced to one another. And I kind of just threw out there during it, like, hey, we have a position open if anyone wants to apply. And Adriana just swooped on in there.
I love that.
Yes, that's how it became over.
That is really, really cool. That's a cool fact. I like that. Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions so everyone can get to know you more. My first question is, what is one book that shaped your approach to ministry?
The one book that shaped my approach to ministry would be Tears of a Tiger by Sharon Draper. I read that book when I was a teenager. And I would say that book impacted me because when I was a teenager, mental health was not something that was so openly discussed. So learning about all these emotions and how people go through these emotions in a very different way, it was very impactful for me as a teenager. And that opened the door for me to learn more about being more empathetic with people, and just learning pretty much that pain is not always visible, and how important it is to just have the empathy instead of having assumptions of others. And I would just recommend that book to anybody.
It sounds like a really good book and a really good lessons to learn from it, honestly. It ties in with sacred listening, obviously, that we do here at Future of Faith. So that's really cool. And I'm glad that you were in the right place. Okay, so let's do a fun question. Would you rather live without music or without movies? This is very
I
important.
would rather live without movies. I love music.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just go to music for everything. When I'm happy, when I have to clean, when I'm sad, everything. So, yes, I don't really watch movies like that. I am always turning on my music for everything. So, yes,
That
I
makes
need music in my life.
That's valid. What genre would you say is your favorite genre of music?
I listen to a little bit of everything. I listen to Hispanic, English, like hip hop, everything. I think whatever I think I'm in the mood for. If I feel like cleaning, I need something energetic, something that will keep me going. It all depends on the mood, but I like everything. I listen to everything.
That's cool. Oh my gosh, not listening. I feel like I would also live with music and without movies. That's just really hard though. Me
Yeah.
loving movies so much. But music, I mean, music, it tells a story in itself too. You still have your imagination at the end of the day. But what about you, Lauren? Would you live without music or movies?
Without music. Not music, movies. I want music in my life. As I went, wait a second, that's not what I meant. But yeah, my music taste is also like all over the place. Like I have an office hours playlist, right? And so number one, Gangsta's Paradise has to be on there. Chap is laughing at me, but like that's like one of my favorite songs of all time. I don't know if it's just because of the vibe I give off, but Gangsta's Paradise, number one. Taylor Swift, and then sometimes there's like Bon Jovi thrown into the mix. Sometimes it's Green Day. Like you don't know what you're really gonna get out of me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, this was super, super fun, super cool. And Adriana, thank you so much for joining and having everyone see your lovely face. Now that you are a new friend in Newsletter Recap with Tap and Friends. For everyone else who is watching online, we still have dream jobs and opportunities that are just rolling out all the time. And we have a Louisville Institute grants and fellowships that are supporting pastors, practitioners, scholars, ministry leaders. So be sure to check out those grants that they have available. And then we have the Catholics Mobilizing Network. They're hiring for a senior communications manager. And we are also hiring here at Future of Faith for our storytelling initiative for a digital media and content associate, where you can work with Nikki, who is super awesome and amazing and beautiful, and we love her so, so, so much. Just make sure that you get your application by June 30th and send your resume and all the fun stuff to Nikki, and make sure that you try to get hired and work with us. And then you could be on the Newsletter Recap with Tap and Friends, because obviously it's the best thing ever.
It is.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for affirming me. But that is all, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Newsletter Recap with Tap and Friends. Be sure to subscribe at our newsletter at futureoffaith.org. See you next time.